Hello and welcome to the meditation today. Thanks for joining me here. We're back to Fridays at 8 a.m. on Instagram and YouTube. So thanks for finding me. So today the topic is turning towards. We can turn our attention anywhere. We can always move towards things and face them instead of resisting, ignoring, or denying them. Sometimes when we are suffering, we don't even notice we're suffering. So noticing we're suffering, turning towards the suffering, maybe you feel uncomfortable this morning. Like, how can you feel more comfortable? And if we don't turn towards our uncomfortability, our suffering, we might not notice. So just adjusting the body, maybe relaxing the jaw. And you can do this now and throughout your day. Sometimes I just notice my jaw is really tense, and I just notice that I'm suffering with that tension and loosen it, let it open a bit. And that can be skillful, but sometimes turning towards things can be unskillful. Maybe the pain in your body is too much, or maybe you're upset about politics or whatever. We don't need to turn towards things that are super hard or super painful all the time. We can maybe touch in and pull back, touch in and pull back. And that's called titrating. So your nervous system doesn't have to take that painful thing all the time. We don't need to be a doormat to institutions, people, things that harm us in any way. So sometimes it's skillful to turn towards, and sometimes it's skillful to turn away, to protect yourself. And sometimes it's skillful to turn towards conflict. And if there's been a rupture, with a friend, a lover, or organization, and it could be skillful to do repair if it's worth it to you, because we can also participate easily in disposability culture by turning away from problems with friends, lovers, communities. So it's kind of up to us, this dance of like turning towards or turning away. But today we will meditate in a soft way, turning towards things in our body, turning towards our environment. So get comfortable, turn towards comfortability in the body, and we'll get started. I'll ring my little bell. So just first turning our attention to the ground, the earth, the floor. Turning our attention to gravity, pulling us towards the earth. And turning towards self-care and relaxation, this moment for you. Moving our attention to the breath. What do you notice with your breathing this morning? And turning towards that oxygen the trees and plants are creating for all of us. turning towards the feeling of oxygen flowing through the body. And again, attending your body doesn't need to shift or move. Turning towards comfort, a little bit more comfort. Maybe the jaw can release, relax. The spine can grow tall. And turning towards the relief of resting the eyes for a moment. Noticing the sounds in our space, letting go of judgment, and just being with, turning towards all the varied sounds in our space. Maybe the sounds are familiar. Locating your body within those sounds. And turning inwards to the body, noticing any sensations are there. And if there's any weird or uncomfortable sensations, just being with them with compassion. You can put hands or one hand on any areas that need care. Noticing how the body responds to care and compassion. And coming back to the floor, the ground, the earth. Feeling that solidity underneath you. Maybe it's your bed. And letting yourself be held, sinking down. Turning towards that connection between your body and earth. And we'll just stay with whatever anchor feels good. Could be breath, sound, what's underneath you, what you can touch or feel. And we'll stay with that for a couple minutes. Returning to your anchor gently. Noticing if the mind is trying to daydream away from the present or start planning, and bringing the mind back to this breath or this sound, this sensation. And turning your attention to the heart. You can put a hand on the heart if you like, or just noticing the heart, inviting it to soften. And turning towards any messaging that's there and wants to come out. And really connecting with the heart, what it has to say. Noticing any emotions that are present, seeing if you can be with them for a moment. And adjusting your posture, taking a sip of water, tea, coffee. I'll do a short little turning towards metta. So may I continue to listen to my body today. May I check in with my heart mind. May I turn towards comfort when needed today. May I be curious about sounds around me today to help me come back to the present. May I remember to breathe today. May I notice I'm breathing and allow some deep breaths when needed. May I be honest with myself as much as I can today. And if I'm suffering today, may I realize it and see if I can release it somehow. May I practice turning towards joy. May I turn towards myself and others as well. May I turn towards communities and Sangha, remembering that they're there to lean into. And may I turn towards peace and harmony in my life. May I turn towards health and healing for myself and others and my communities. And may I turn towards connection internally and externally. Thanks for joining me today. It's lovely to see you. Grati. So many lovely people. Ka, Heathcliff, Tati, Mael, Bess. It's good to see you all. And I have a eco walk this Sunday. Some of us from Queer Sangha will be there and beyond. And Queer Sangha has also started up again. And it is Wednesdays, 7 o'clock online or in person at Brick by Brick, and allies are welcome. And the Donna link is below in the YouTube or in my link on Instagram. And I will be here every Friday at 8 a.m. Thank you so much for your practice. It's so helpful for me to have a practice. And we have the Sangha of plants back with me too. Thanks for being here, everyone. It's lovely to see you, to start the day with you. And I encourage you to keep turning towards the things you're able to turn towards today. Hopefully comfort and deep breaths. Bye, everybody. Bye.